So welcome to this masterclass. I'm Natalie Sansonetti. I'm a nutritional therapist, health and life coach, EFT advanced practitioner, and Roya mentor. And I help women, especially over 40, to restore their energy, balance their hormones, heal their guts naturally, so they can reclaim their confidence, energy, and spark. So today I'm going to share three simple but powerful steps that helped me personally to recover from thyroid burnout a few years ago, and that I now teach in my signature program and system. So welcome. Before we dive into this class, just wanted to let you know that from tonight, Tuesday, there is a special offer on this group program I'm launching this week, the Rebalance Circle group program, and it's at a reduced price of £200 less than the original price, but the offer expires this Friday at midnight. So make sure you take a look inside the program to see and to take advantage of the offer. So I know what it's like to feel as if your body is working against you. A few years ago, in 2022, I was diagnosed with Graves' disease, which was devastating and shocking to me because I've been living a healthy life and following really healthy principles pretty much most of my life, or at least for the last 40 years of my life, since I was 18. Oh, I just gave up my age. So it was shocking, and I didn't know where to look because my diet was great. I exercised most days. I was meditating every day. I was doing what I thought were all the right things. And yet I got this really, really extreme diagnosis. And the reason I noticed something was wrong was it would wake me up in the middle of the night with a racing heart, palpitations, and anxiety attacks in the middle of the night when I'd already meditated before sleep. So again, I had to take a really hard look at everything I was doing, everything I was not doing, and pinpointed one area that had been my blind spot, it turns out, which I'm going to share further along in this masterclass. So you're not broken. The reason women over 40 struggle with energy has nothing to do with your willpower or the fact that you're not good enough or you're not doing anything enough. Your body is just trying to communicate about something that's out of whack, out of balance within it. Low energy is an indicator that something isn't working the way it needs to in your body. So when your gut, hormones, and nervous systems really stop working together, you will feel it as fatigue, anxiety sometimes, or even brain fog. And your work and my work is to bring those systems back into conversation and you in the middle of the conversation as well. So this is part of the three core pillars to my system, and these are really essential to restoring your natural energy. And they create the foundation of what we do here today and also in my group program. So first, I always advise to reconnect with your body's wisdom. Second, repair the gut hormone link. I will explain what that means. And third, rewire your stress response, which is so important. And this is where my blind spot was personally. So first, your body is always speaking to you. Whether you listen or ignore it, it's always sending you signs, sending you indications, and speaking to you in the form of symptoms, in the form of low energy, in the form of perhaps hot flushes, perhaps in the form of some kind of disease you've been diagnosed with, or anything that you're feeling makes you feel not quite right about what's going on. So when you begin to notice how your body reacts, and this is your first step, your first task if you want, When you begin to notice how you react, how your body reacts after, for example, you've eaten, do you feel bloated? Do you feel sluggish? Do you feel like you need a nap? Or after a really stressful moment or morning or whatever, how do you feel? Do you feel you need to take a nap? Do you feel energized? How do you feel after rest? And how do you feel after exercise? Are you exhausted? Do you crave sugar? Those noticing those will give you the patterns you need to pay attention to. Your body does not need punishment, and it definitely does not need you to ignore it. It needs partnership and conversation. So are you ready to listen? Take a notebook and start paying attention to all these signals. Second key is to repair the gut hormone link. These two are so deeply connected. It's incredible how every time I have a client who I work with who just has a bad gut or problems with their hormones, one will always include the other. So I always ask someone who comes for hormonal imbalances, I always ask, how are your bowel movements? How is it going in there? And without fail, one and the other will not be working well. So a healthy gut helps to regulate how your body produces, activates, and clears hormones, especially estrogen. When your gut is not balanced, and that can come from many causes, it can lead to estrogen dominance. It can lead to thyroid issues like mine. It can lead to mood swings and fatigue and other symptoms that something is not quite right. But fatigue is a big flag. Your gut microbiome also influences your blood sugar balance, which will determine whether you crave sugar or not, whether you put on weight, etc. Your cortisol levels will also be determined by the level of good microbiome. So your bacteria in your gut will determine how much or how little you utilize and have cortisol, which is a stress hormone in your body, which again regulates blood sugar, it regulates your weight, it regulates so many things. And also your microbiome will determine how much absorption you're doing, you're actually experiencing from the nutrients you're eating. So all these are essential for stable hormones and energy as well. Okay, so one very important pillar of every program that I offer, and every program, whether it's one-to-one or in my group program, this is the first step to take, is always hydration. Hydration is essential because without it, your body will just make do. It's never going to work at optimal levels. Your gut is not going to work. Your hormones are not going to work. Your mind is not going to be energized. Dehydration is the number one cause of low energy for everyone. So start there. And generally for a woman, let's say between 9.5 to 11 stone would be around 2 liters of water, sipped slowly through the day, never gulp down. This is actually dangerous, especially if you're already dehydrated. Another factor to take into consideration is also how many hot drinks are you drinking? Do you drink lots of coffees and teas? They do not count in your 2 liters, by the way. They actually dehydrate you due to the level of caffeine in them. So that's not going to help your intake and your hydration levels. So start reducing very gradually your coffees and teas and increasing the level of water, let's say over a couple of weeks before you start seeing a real difference. But don't do the swap, from one day to the next. You will get, withdrawal symptoms from the caffeine, and you're going to feel like your body is just floating and drowning in water. So do it gradually always. The second action in this part, and this is really important as well, linked to your first action, is to pay attention to what you're eating, what you're putting into your body in terms of food and drink. And this is done through a food diary. And again, this is one of the essential pillars in all the programs that I do with my clients, is to keep a food diary. And yes, it's useful for me when I work one-to-one with people to see what the patterns are, what's going on. But for you, it's really important because you will realize what goes in. Very often we do a lot of eating and drinking on automatic pilot. We overestimate how much water you drink. So instead of doing that and completely fooling yourself by thinking, yeah, I have a healthy diet and I drink plenty of water, keep a food diary. This is really important. Keep it for a few weeks if you can, and start seeing patterns of the days when you're not feeling great, when your hormones are all over the place, when you feel maybe your menopause symptoms are really bad, your hot flushes are really bad. By the way, that's a sign of dehydration. If you're constipated, if you haven't had a bowel movement for 3 or 4 days, have a look at what you're doing, yeah, and take note. Really, really important. Third key in this process is to rewire your stress response, because that in turn will help you to restore your gut and to rebalance your hormones. So stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol block healing. It's as simple as that. And that's why it's so important to understand what really stresses you. And this is as much external factors like your job, your kids, money, whatever it is, but it's also much more important to understand your internal stress. And these are your thoughts, your beliefs, your perception of the world, your attitude to whatever is going on in your environment and around you. Stress is always going to be there. It's part of life. So how you cope with it, how you manage that stress internally is going to make all the difference, because that is what is giving your brain the trigger to put you either in stress response, which is the fight or flight mode, or rest and digest, where you can actually digest, rest, and restore your gut and rebalance your hormones. You cannot be in stress mode, fight or flight, and heal at the same time. It's just not possible. Your body will repair and digest and rest only when it's in the parasympathetic central nervous system, not in the sympathetic, which is your high stress level. Okay, so however much you feel you're managing or coping well with stress, that's another issue. Your gut and hormone symptoms will show a different picture. If you have any problems with your gut or your hormones, or even energy, which is a massive indication of how much or how well you're coping with stress, then there's something going on that needs solving. The message here is simple. And doing this is not always that simple. Improve your ability to respond to stress better, and you will restore your gut health, rebalance your hormones, and boost your energy like nothing else. So I'm going to show you, to illustrate this point, I'm going to show you a really simple 1-minute breathing exercise, which I give to all my clients, whether on the group or private clients. This is a really important exercise because it literally switches off that stress response, which means then you go into the digest, rest response, which is where healing happens. Yeah. So let's do this exercise together. So all you need to do is put your feet on the ground and make sure you're sitting comfortably, relaxing your shoulders, making sure they never come up or get contracted at any point. You're going to take a breath into your nose and put your hands on your belly so you can feel your belly go out slightly when you're breathing in. It's like you're inflating a balloon and you're filling up your belly with oxygen. So your hands will naturally pop out a little bit, and then you hold it, and then As you exhale through your mouth, your hands will pop back in a little bit as you deflate that balloon of oxygen in your belly. So let's do it. It will all make sense in a second. So taking a deep breath into your nose, inflating your belly, hold it, making sure your shoulders are down. Exhale through your mouth, much, much more slowly than you inhaled, about double the time. Feel your belly going in again. Hold it. Breathing into about 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. You can close your eyes if you want a deeper impact. And exhale very slowly, as if you're blowing a candle with your mouth. Hold it. Breathing in to 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And exhale to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Inhale again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And exhale. Taking your time, relaxing, feeling your body getting heavier and heavier, dropping downwards. Really take your time with the exhale. Breathing in again for the last time. Through your nose. And hold it. And exhaling through your mouth to a longer count. Feeling your body really relaxing fully. And staying there for a few seconds, noticing. Again, listen to your body. How does it feel right now? Do you feel like you need a nap? Could it be that you didn't sleep well last night? Or perhaps you had huge amounts of stress before doing this? Take note. So use this exercise, this breathing exercise, before you eat. Because before you eat, you need to be in an optimal level of calm in order for your body to actually produce enzymes and gastric acid for the food to be broken down properly, digested properly, and for all the nutrients to be actually absorbed properly. So do this little exercise. Takes 1 minute just before you eat, each time you eat. And you can do it with your eyes open. You don't have to put your hands on your belly, but just stopping, getting mindful about this moment of eating, of feeding yourself, of nourishing and nurturing your body. So do this before you eat, but also before you get out of bed in the morning. Very, very useful to actually boost your energy. And also before you go to sleep, to help you fall asleep at that time and go into the rest and digest mode if you've been especially very active, especially in the evening or in the afternoon. Enjoy this little exercise. So this is the part of the roadmap and the system that I've created as part of my group program, but also it is part of every work I do with personal clients, with one-to-one clients as well. And it's the Energize, Cleanse, Nourish, and Balance system. So it is a holistic roadmap to lasting, not just for a quick fix, but lasting hormonal, gut, and energy harmony. And this is the process I use with every client, and also with in my new program, my new group program. So we're beginning by always restoring energy, because without it, it's really difficult to focus on anything else, right? So I help you in those programs to reconnect with your body, to shift your nutrition, mindset, and lifestyle to really boost your energy. So everyone does that in my programs, to the point that usually you start noticing a difference within 1 to 2 weeks. So it's a really quick thing that you're going to keep wanting to do, because it's an amazing feeling to have that energy, right? The second part of the process is cleanse, removing what's blocking your body's healing. And that's just as much nutrition and food as it is also, what's blocking your healing in your mind, your beliefs, your perceptions, your old habits that no longer serve you and that have been holding your healing back. Nourish is the third part. And this is where the new habits in terms of food, mindset, lifestyle habits come in, and we really work to find those foods and those habits that you actually really enjoy. So you don't feel deprived, you don't have to diet. There's no dieting at any point in these programs that I do with all my clients. And yet they lose a lot, they lose quite a bit of weight very naturally without counting calories or weighing food or weighing themselves. But, nourishing you on a physical, mental, and emotional level will work wonders for your healing, for your balance, to balance your hormones, your body, your gut, and also make you feel amazing energy and confidence in your body. Balance is about getting a real understanding of how it all gets together, how it all fits together, how it's all connected, and how to really anchor all these new habits into your life and how to sustain these new habits so that it's for life, not just a quick fix or not just for the 6 months of working with me. So this is a huge part of my Rebalance Circle group program, and the Rebalance Circle is going to give you the balance in your hormones. It's going to help you to calm your gut. It's going to help to reset your mindset and definitely help you to lose some weight without even trying, so that you can reclaim all your energy, confidence, and spark. And this is what's inside the program. This is the group program, which comprises of first a course that you go through on your own, which is on the left-hand side. So this course is very simple. I've basically taken all the action steps, all those sessions and lessons that I teach all my one-to-one clients, which I've been doing for nearly 20 years. And I've put them all into this very easy to do DIY course, which you're going to first get started as soon as you sign up to this program. But very close to that is also a community. So this is the difference between a DIY, online course you never actually touch, that stays in your inbox, you never actually get started. The community is your circle. This is where like-minded women will be joining and chatting and, helping each other, giving each other support, encouragement, and help you to keep going, especially when it's tough, when things are going, a little bit, are getting a bit tough perhaps in your life, or your health challenges. It's going to help you to have the accountability you need in order to go through the course, in order to heal, in order to feel better, and to really gain all these benefits I mentioned. So the community is where I'm going also to give a weekly talk live in the community. It's not on Facebook, by the way. It's part of the program. So because a lot of women I know do not like or subscribe to Facebook, I'm not a big fan either. So this is very, very private, and it's only going to be a space for you to really feel safe and where you can share anything, and it's completely confidential. So yes, like I said, I will do a live call every week in that community where I'll answer questions, or, perhaps give you a little bit of help in terms of any challenges you might be experiencing. So imagine having done 6 months in that community, in that group, feeling so energized. You're actually excited to start the day rather than delaying and snoozing the alarm clock and waiting to the last moment to get out of bed. And also feeling lighter, as in, perhaps losing some weight, feeling more comfortable, more confident in your body, not just because of the weight, but because you have balanced all these systems and you just feel you're in charge again of your health, of your body. And then you'll feel calmer and more positive than ever, which is kind of, chicken and egg thing, because you will start feeling calmer from the beginning, as well as feeling energized, which will help you to balance out everything else. Feeling safe in the knowledge that you'll stick to your new habits because you enjoy them, not just because you have to or you feel deprived or anything like that. Because if you don't enjoy them, you're not going to continue with them for the rest of your life. This is a lifelong program. It's something, obviously, last 6 months. You have access to all of this for 6 months, but the lessons you're going to learn will last you a lifetime, and also will help you to share with anyone else in your family, in your friends who might be suffering from some of the issues that you're suffering from. But don't just take my word for it, and have a look at Haddon's testimonial, for example, who said, oh, and in addition to all the big life-altering stuff, I lost loads of weight, rebalanced my hormones, repaired my gut and skin, shifted my relationship to food, which is so important, cultivated health habits that stick because she loves doing them, and got out of a feeling of being stuck. Incredible journey with incredible results. Nazima also wanted to have me check her diet so she could have more energy, lose a little weight, and feel good about herself. I now feel so much better physically, and I've lost weight without even trying. This is, like I said, it's a consequence. It's like a side effect of every program that I do with women. I also have more energy and feel more confident. And Mary had an amazing experience. My speaking voice is so much better. She's a teacher and singer. I'm much calmer with my family and at work, and I'm off my reflux medication. It's been like seeing a nutritionist, counselor, life coach, and mindfulness instructor all in one. So these are just a few of the hundreds of women that I've helped over the years, over nearly 20 years. And I really invite you to consider whether you are ready to feel radiant. And in order to do that, I really invite you to sign up to this group program. It's the cheapest way you can get access to me at the moment. Obviously, if you want the one-to-one coaching, you can always contact me on Natalie at newleafnutrition.co.uk. That's Natalie, Natalie, at newleafnutrition.co.uk. And if you are ready to join the group program, you can definitely just join it. And I will post and I will put the details and the link for you to do that, and to find out a little bit more about the program in the comments or in the email that you will receive with this recording, with this presentation. So thank you for watching. If you're watching the replay, please make sure to check the page that I'm sending you, the link that I'm sending you, if you want more information. And also, please make sure you send me any questions or queries you might have about this group program or any other inquiry you might have about working with me. I wish you a good evening, and I will see you soon, I hope.